What's going on, guys? So we are going to get into it quickly today. Today we're talking about strength training. We're talking about how if you neglect strength training, you are neglecting winning. We're going to get into it pretty quickly, but as always, make sure that you are sharing the show around with a friend, with a coach, with a teammate, with someone who will benefit from this message. The goal of this show is to help athletes. We want to help in every area of the game that we can. So that is working on training, that is working on the mindset around training, that is working on the approach to day, the overall lifestyle of being an athlete that is going to allow you to build the dream career that you are looking for. Now, let's get right into the show. So 3, 2, 1. Welcome, everybody, to another episode of the Elite Development Podcast, the #1 show for athletes looking to gain an edge on their opponents and build their dream careers in sport. I'm your host, Kenny Dussault, and today we are talking about strength training, and we're talking about how if you neglect strength training, you are neglecting winning. Now, because we are in the age of the internet and everybody wants to fucking take everything that everyone says and take it way too literally and just fucking, you guys all know how the internet works at this point. I'm going to lay a disclaimer at the start of this episode. This is not me saying that you need to only be strength training. This is not me saying that strength training is more important than skill work. This is not me saying anything other than strength training is very important and it plays a very important role in your success in the sport. So before you go flipping out online about how I'm telling you that strength is the only thing that matters, shut the fuck up and learn why it's actually important, instead of just going off on a tangent that has nothing to do with what I'm actually saying. So that's an aggressive note to start the podcast on, but now let's get to the information. So when it comes to strength training, the reason that I really wanted to bring this one to you guys is because honestly, strength training is something I still see a lot of athletes neglect. And I do see a lot of athletes with that mentality that I just stated at the start of the episode, that if people are telling you that strength training is important, that means that they're telling you that strength training is the only thing that's important, or that they just, or people that don't understand that strength training and bodybuilding are two different things. And they think that if you lift weights, you're going to turn into Arnold Schwarzenegger. And if you turn into Arnold, you're not going to be a good fighter. The key with everything here, guys, is balance. The key with everything is building the way that your body moves, building the way that your muscles are interacting together, and in turn, building the way that you're able to execute on your skill set. You are not going to be a successful athlete without a very high level skill set in the sport that you are competing in. I hope that would be obvious, that I'm not trying to say otherwise. However, one thing that is very important, one thing that we do need to touch on, is the importance of strength training, because so many athletes see it as something that maybe they'll fit in when they have time, or something that they don't do at all for fear of getting too big and slow, or just something that they don't really see as important. They kind of do it because some people told them to do it, but they don't really see it as something that needs to be done. So my goal with this episode is to dig into the importance of strength training, how it helps athletes, so that you can actually start developing an understanding of it, and in turn, start actually making that part of your week, which will allow you to level up your game in each and every way. Now, the first thing that strength training does for you that is going to greatly contribute to your success in the sport is it improves your ability to be powerful and your ability to be explosive. Now, when I say that, plain and simple, guys, a stronger muscle can produce more force. And so if you have a stronger muscle that can produce more force, and then you train it on how to produce that force more quickly, you can be faster, you can be more explosive, simply by being stronger. Now, again, it's not that simple as just lift weights and then all of a sudden you'll be faster and more explosive. There's more training that goes into it. But a stronger muscle, can produce more force, which in turn creates more power, so you can be more explosive by being stronger. Now, from there, you need to teach those muscles how to produce force faster, because if you have all that power output potential, but you're not training your body on how to produce that force faster, it's not going to translate the same way into competition. Again, an audio version, so if you're listening to this, that's a difficult place to show exercises that you can do that for. However, a few different things that I know I like to do with my athletes is multi-directional jumps. So basically, like you'd start with like a lateral hop into a vertical hop, or little things like that, where the whole idea is as you finish one jump, you're already loaded and you're exploding into the next one. So you're teaching your body how to generate more power faster. There's a lot of other ways to do that, but again, this is just a tough avenue to actually show those results that we can get. So follow along on the social media channels and you'll see a lot more of that kind of work as well. Now, the second piece of the puzzle that strength training is really going to help with is improved endurance. Now, the reason that strength training is going to help with improved endurance is similar to a stronger muscle being able to output more power. A stronger muscle can output for longer, and you can create more efficient movement. If your body is strong and stable in its movements, you're going to use less energy while you move. If you use less energy while you move, you're going to be able to output more power, and in turn, you're going to be able to output more power using less energy, maintaining your endurance for longer durations while you fight. What this is also going to help with is motor unit recruitment. So essentially, as you lift weights, as you get stronger, as you test your muscles in that way, your body learns how to use more of the muscle that you have. And again, this is a very simple way of explaining it. My goal is that for athletes listening to this, it's easy to understand. So it is a little more complex than just this, but this is the easiest way that I found to break it down. As you test your muscles, your body will be able to recruit more of the muscle that you actually have. So you're using more of the muscle mass that you have. And in turn, you're able to generate more energy from the muscles you have. And if you're able to generate more energy from that same amount of muscle, now that's going to be able to last you longer, which is in turn going to improve your endurance. Now, for the internet trolls, is this the only way to improve your endurance? No. Is this the only thing you should be doing to work on your endurance? No. If you do this, are you just going to magically be the greatest fighter in the world? No. But by strength training, you will improve your endurance because your muscles will be stronger. They will be able to generate more energy. And in turn, that energy, as you use it, will be able to last longer while you fight if you manage your energy correctly. Now, finally, we're going to get into bone density and joint stability. One of the main important points of strength training is reducing risk of injury. Stronger muscles, testing your muscles with resistance training, will build stronger bone density within the body. This means your bones are going to be stronger as well. So obviously, as a fighter, you know you're likely taking a lot of impact to your legs, to your arms, ribs, wherever else is getting hit. So the stronger your bones are, the less likely that impact is going to do damage to them. And as well, joint stability. Every joint in your body obviously has muscle around it. The stronger that muscle is, the more impact has to happen to do damage to those joints. So by getting stronger, by testing your muscles through resistance training, you are going to build stronger joints, you are going to build stronger bones, and in turn, your body is going to be less susceptible to injury. Why is this important? If you're always hurt, you're not always training. If you're not always training, you're not improving. If you're not improving, your career is probably not going that far. So the best thing an athlete can be is available. And available means available to train, means available to compete. The best way to ensure that an athlete is available to train and available to compete is to keep them healthy. Yes, we can get into all kinds of fancy looking training techniques and all of these things, but if you are not healthy, if your body is not strong, if you are not able to withstand the impact that competition is going to take on you, you're going to run into problems. By being stronger, your body is able to take more impact. If your body is able to take more impact, you are going to have more longevity in the sport. So let's give this a quick summary. The reasons that strength training are important, the reasons you need to be doing it are: number one, it's going to improve your ability to be powerful and explosive. Number two, it's going to improve your endurance. And number three, it is going to improve your joint stability and bone density, making you more resilient to injury, and in turn, making you harder to hurt, and in turn, giving you better longevity in your career. So guys, that is it. That is all. And I want to reiterate again the disclaimer. This is not the only thing you need to be doing in order to get good at a sport. You need to practice that sport. You need to practice that sport at a high level. You need to practice that sport consistently. But the way I like to put it is the skill set is crucial in order to succeed in the sport, and proper strength and conditioning, when it's built around the needs of the athlete, is crucial to be able to implement that skill set at the highest level. So you don't need to be doing as much strength training as you do skills training, but you need to be doing it because this is going to allow your body to function at a higher level. And if your body can function at a higher level, you're going to be able to do more within the sport and in turn reach the higher levels that you're looking to reach. So guys, I appreciate you. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, and I will catch you on the next episode.